What is going on, guys? Jared here from the Figure Bros, and today we have a very special kind of out of place review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Joy Toy Warhammer Dreadnaught. Now, this was led to me by a friend of mine who wanted to see it reviewed, and I said, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's check it out. I've done some Joy Toy reviews in the past, but I don't really keep up with them a lot. But to get my hands on one of these huge mechs that I know Joy Toy does so well, I couldn't pass up the opportunity. So we're going to go ahead and get him off the stand, take a closer look, or try to. This guy is massive. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Yeah, seriously though, this guy is gigantic. For a quick size comparison here is a standard 6-inch Marvel Legends right beside it. Why is his foot like that? So yeah, as you can see, he's quite big. About 12 inches tall, give or take. As usual, we're going to go ahead and start with the articulation. So, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to do this. Yeah, here we go. All right, you guys will have to forgive me. You do have this nice turret missile launcher up here. It's got a hinge so it can move all around. His shoulders can go not quite all the way out, but there is a shoulder joint. It's nice and ratcheted. Single jointed elbow. Gets not quite 90 degrees. Each of these fingers are articulated. So there's one hinge at the bottom here and then another hinge at the top. So you get 2 points of articulation out of those. Pretty impressive. Damn. Sorry guys, he's a lot to handle. A lot to handle. Oh. Some of the panels come off too. I'll show you that later. Excuse me. You do get the same articulation out of this one. This arm is a little more limited, seeing as it's really just a giant cannon. But you still get some range out of it for sure. There is a little bit of torso movement here, mostly just a tiny bit of back and forth. I don't even know if you'd call this articulation. But these hinge up and down so you can see the pilot in there. So that's pretty cool. Legs, you actually get a pretty decent spread. These are like floating struts that go in. They don't actually do anything, but they do move when you move the leg. This one has a tendency to pop out. But they're pretty cool. I mean, they stay in place the whole time. Pretty neat. You can move it back and forth however much you need. This is all a floating piece in here, so it doesn't really get in the way. Let's see. Knees. You're only going to get about, straight up, you're going to get about three clicks backwards. So almost 90 degrees there. Not quite. Again, you guys got to forgive me for this. This is kind of a tough thing to do. He's heavy. Ankle rocker, you get some back and forward. And I did not realize this because it sounds horrible, but there is an ankle rocker. It just sounds terrible. And it goes out to the side too, like that. God, it's just tough and it sounds horrible. You do get toe joints each for these. They go down, up. Pretty cool. Everything here is nice and ratcheted. So it feels very solid, very hefty. I don't really fear for this thing falling down once you get it in the right pose because of the really nice articulation here and how the ratchet joints hold up really well. So that is pretty nice. Let's talk about the probably the main reason you're here, which is all the detail. As you guys can see, there is so much detail here. from the airbrushing everywhere. And all these bolts are painted individually. I love the detail painted inside of here. Looks so good. Oh, I did forget to mention, you get a little bit of range out of these too. Fold them down or fold them out. Pretty cool. The blaster has some very nice detail as well. The energy coils there look really good. There's a lot of nice details above it too. Let's see if I can. Yeah. There's even little scuffing on all the missiles too. That's crazy to see all the detail. And it doesn't stop at the back either. There's plenty of painted detail there as well. Now some of these panels do come off just for the sake of not breaking, I guess, whenever you articulate it. But yeah, there's so much paint everywhere. So much nice detail. It looks fantastic. So it's hard to show it all on camera because of the sheer size, but I'm trying my best here, guys. But it really is a marvel to look at, from all the airbrushing to all the decals. Basically every single rivet is painted. I do love the machine gun here. Sadly, it does not rotate, but still, it's just such a great look. Let me move the camera down a little bit. So overall, Joy Toy Invector mech is pretty crazy. Very happy to take a look at one of these. It's huge, 12 inches tall, at least a pound. At least a pound, maybe 2. Honestly, it's a little more lighter than I thought it would be, but it's still quite heavy. Now, the price of this guy ranges from about $150 to $200. So if you're getting this, well, either you're a diehard Warhammer fan, a diehard Joy Toy fan, or a diehard super cool mech fan. You're in one of those categories, and if you're in one of those categories, you're probably used to spending a good amount of money anyways. So a big, nice centerpiece like this is not going to be anything new. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us who are in this hobby, we already spend a ton of money on it, but there's some classes of people who you just know are going to spend even more money. Warhammer and Transformer fans come to mind. They are dropping some big bucks, and that's no exception here. But there's no doubt that this guy, he's massive. I mean, he's huge. So that you get your money's worth to an extent here, I would say. Overall, I'm going to be giving the Joy Toy Dreadnaught a 9 out of 10. This thing is a awesome, intimidating, fearsome piece in your collection. I might have to get one myself after this review, because seriously, it's crazy huge. You know, Joy Toy is killing it with Warhammer. They just started doing their Ninja Turtles too, that I'm probably going to have to take a look at if I can. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your patience with this video, because as you guys know, I don't normally take a look at huge things like this. So, you guys being along for the ride, I really appreciate that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Should I take a look at more Joy Toy Warhammer stuff, or should I just stick to what we do best? Any feedback is always appreciated. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Let me know why. But until then, guys, I will see you guys in the next video.